From the culture of the American South, where roots hold stories, comes a natural deodorant inspired by generations of wisdom. Introducing Rootwork, the all-natural foundational Black American-based deodorant infused with the magic of High John the Conqueror root. Our unique blend enriched with this legendary root offers 24-hour protection, rooted in the power of nature. Embrace this deodorant that celebrates culture, history, and your well-being. Unlock the magic of Rootwork today. Experience the pure essence of nature. Visit rootworkstyle.com and make the switch to a healthier cultural choice.
Let's get Lisa.
Hey there, how's it going? So I just have one question for you, right? So I agree with, your message about delineation, right? I think that's important,
Yeah.
right? I think that's important. The only thing I don't honestly agree with is the separation that you push. And why is it only other blacks that you refer to as tethers, right? Because I would think that in a way, we all need each other, right? I support reparations for foundational Black Americans. I love foundational Black Americans. I'm not one. My children are. You know what I mean? So I just
Now, where you from? What's your lineage
I'm
here?
from
Where you
I'm
from?
from Jamaica. I was originally born in Jamaica,
Got
but I grew up here.
it.
I serve this country. I love this country. I love Black Americans. You know what I mean? I look at y'all as my brothers and sisters. I don't see myself apart from you all, and whatever struggle that you guys have, I'd be there to support that. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel
Mm-hmm.
about it. So my question is like, why do you push that sort of division? And also, why is it only other Black immigrants that you have an issue for? Because see, listen, they don't turn away the Cubans. They don't turn away the people that come from other places. And it's more of those types of immigrants that are here in America that is taken away from your benefits than it is. They don't hardly like they turn all the Haitians away. I know you know all this, Tariq. So that's my question.
Now, what issue do I have with the Caribbeans and the Africans? What issue do you think I have with them?
I mean, I don't know. What I'm saying is, why are you
Well, you
targeting
said it, ma'am.
why
So
are you targeting other
right.
Black groups when there are other immigrants that come to this country besides Black people? It seems as though
Targeting
it's
how?
calling us tethers and focusing your talking points around just other people that actually look like you that just happen to not have been born here. That's my question.
Right.
Right. So where's that
Right.
same energy for the other racial groups of people that come to the United States of America and get pushed up in front of everybody? Okay? What about
Do you
those
want
people?
me to answer, dear?
Yes, I do.
Do you want an answer?
Please.
You already know the answer. You know the answer. You already know the answer. The tethers are a people who do certain things. It's not just because you're an immigrant. We don't call people tethers just because they're immigrants. We call them tethers based on the actions they take against us. When you pop up looking like us, and then all of a sudden you get elevated to a certain position and start talking about, hey, guess what, guys? We don't need no reparations. We need to stop begging these white people. And then we're looking around like, who is this nigga? Where did he come from? And then all of a sudden we find out you're Caribbean. That means you're a tether and you're a problem. We don't need people like that misrepresenting us, do we?
I've
Ma'am?
no, I'm here. I've heard I don't know necessarily that it's people from the Caribbean saying that. I've heard a lot of
Yeah, it
FBA
is.
people say that. I've heard your own people having that argument. But still
Who?
I will
Who
many,
on
many.
on a major? No, no, no. Who did you hear on a major level, on a major platform saying that? Because I'm not talking about just some goofy coons in little Twitter spaces. You get some people who are elevated to significant positions to talk about what we shouldn't get, and these people aren't even qualified to get reparations. And yes, that's a tether move because we couldn't do that in Jamaica. I couldn't go to Jamaica and start telling Jamaicans what y'all can't get. They would stone me to death.
Well, I don't
So,
agree with that. For people that are not that should have a voice for foundational Black Americans. I wholeheartedly disagree with that. So if that is the case, then it should be dealt with, and you guys have every right to stand on that platform and speak about it and push back
Right.
against that. My only issue is that everybody's getting lumped in, and you know what I'm saying? I
No, you're
feel
not. No,
that's how
no,
I
no,
feel.
you're not. No, everybody's not getting lumped in. This is why we designate some of our non FBA riders from the tethers. We're making a distinction. Everybody who's an immigrant is not a tether. This is why we're saying that nigga over there who's talking about we shouldn't get this or that and they're not even qualified, that's a tether and he's a problem. If you are a non FBA person and you ride with us, we ride with you. But there is a tether class that we cannot let undermine us. And we've been telling you guys for decades, why don't y'all deal with y'all coon class? Because see, we deal with our coons over here. We let people know who the coons are here. Our FBA coons, like a Jesse Lee Peterson or a Larry Elder, we warn y'all before they even come in the room. We say, hey, look, there's a couple of goofy niggas. They about to come in talking crazy. Don't even trip. They're coons. None of us take them seriously. Y'all don't let us know who your tethers and coons are. You don't let us know who's going to come among us trying to undermine our movements. So we have to find out for ourselves. And when we start slashing and dashing, there might be some shrapnel getting hit on certain people. But that means y'all need to be letting us know who the Sambos are within your ranks so that we don't have to deal with them, because it gets ugly when we deal with them, because we're dealing with them now. We're not letting nobody come among us with that goofy ass shit no more, undermining everything we do. We're looking at everybody's paperwork and we're starting to see a lot of goofy stuff that's going down. Their paperwork is funny and don't nobody know where these folks are from. And then when we start looking into their background, we find out they're not even part of our lineage. And that's a significant thing when it comes to us trying to build something. You understand?
I understand everything that you're saying. All I'm going to say is have the same energy for other racial groups as well. Don't just target other blacks.
Oh, we do.
That's it. That's all.
We're not targeting anybody. No, thank you, dear. Thank you. Okay, you're just saying the same thing. We're not targeting anybody. We're not targeting anybody. We're just getting some straightening. Nobody's being quote unquote targeted. Let's be very real, because y'all get on that. Y'all targeting us. Let me be real. Let me be real. Foundational Black Americans don't be thinking about y'all. Let's stop with that. We targeting you. The look, foundational Black America. We don't sit around thinking about you. We really don't. We don't think about you. We're not sitting around talking about what some Haitians are doing. We're not sitting around talking about, damn, I wonder what them Jamaicans are doing. We don't. We really don't. But we don't want to start getting into political circles trying to handle business and getting stuff for our group. Then all of a sudden somebody runs up and they're sitting in our mix pretending to be us. And then the minute we start talking about getting some tangibles for us, they go and do something goofy to sabotage it. And then we're looking around like, who is this? Your man? Whose man is this? Who is this person? And don't nobody know who they are. And then we find out it's a damn tether. That's a problem. And we keep seeing that over and over again. Let me get my sister Cece, Miss Connie, in here. How are you, dear?
Hey, Tariq, how are you?
I'm good, dear. What's on your mind?
Um, in response to the lady that just spoke, she irked me so badly. Um, One, I just want to say if she's still in the space, we have smoke for everyone, anyone that disrespects us. The problem with melanated immigrants is they cloak themselves in our identity. And like Tariq said,
Right.
right, they start saying we. We're not the same ethnicity. A Japanese can't speak for a Chinese person. A Jamaican should not speak for a Black American. And further to the point, the melanated immigrants are a lot more dangerous because they're like Trojan horses. They come in, they smile in our faces, they hide their identities until, like Tariq said, they get on top. They start participating in white mediocrity, white supremacy, locking us out, only hiring their own, getting on television saying,
Yeah.
huh?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then one last couple of things. They get on television saying, when I win office, I'm getting rid of Black History Month. What?
Right.
Right, crazy things. Then they straddle the ethnic fence. One minute they're us, they get with the white man, and they're like, "Oh, I am Jamaica and I'm better than them. We work harder." And the Africans, like, they all do that. So that woman, I think, like you said, she knows what the deal is. These people just get butt hurt. And my last thing is, go call out your people. Stop running up on our stages. You hold a space and talk to your people about their bad deeds. Thanks, Tariq.
There you go. Yeah, yeah, that's another thing. Y'all always y'all come among us talking about, oh, don't why are you so mean and you be targeting us? Nobody's targeting you, but y'all, the tethers be all up in clubhouse spaces talking greasy about us all the time. Y'all get in these Twitter spaces, get in these little rooms talking real greasy about us all the time. And nobody ever says nothing. Y'all never go into those rooms and say, "Hey, we need to stop talking about these FBAs. We need to chill out." Y'all don't do that. So yeah, we're getting some straightening because it's extremely disrespectful for any type of greasy talk coming from these people. It's very disrespectful, especially when it was foundational Black Americans, and I keep reiterating this point, that helped get you up out of whatever third world you came from. Y'all sit up and act like y'all got over here because of white folks saw your hard work ethic. You understand? And let's be clear, all of these other different groups of people, they were able to come here because foundational Black Americans was stomping the yard to help them get over here, to get some of those laws. Every law that allows you to come over here, foundational Black Americans had to stomp the yard for that law from top to bottom, going back to the 1800s. I'm talking about from the 14th Amendment to the immigration law in the early 1900s to the civil rights laws and the immigration laws in the late 60s. That's been us at the forefront of that. Not only that, hell, even some of your independence movements over in Africa in particular, that was us stomping the yard for that too. We were lighting the spark. We were helping to put in work over in Ethiopia. It was foundational Black Americans going over there to help out, and certain other independence movements. And with South Africa, foundational Black Americans were at the forefront of making noise about that, ending apartheid. We were stomping the yard heavy for a lot of people. So we just don't want any disrespect. We help out so many people, then they come over and start disrespecting. Who's this person? Who is Mimi? Oh, who's this Mimi person? You're making a lot of hand gestures, Mimi. Is this some trolling you're gonna do? Because I don't think you can disagree with what I'm saying, Mimi. Hop on, Mimi.
I'm right here, but what do you went out of the United States of America? I'm not
We what?
stingy. I don't think we're stingy as Americans. But you talked about all the other continents. It's like you're no different than Biden. Do you want to send Ukraine some money?
What are you talking
I
about, ma'am?
mean,
Are
because
you
that's what you
on
just
fentanyl?
did, brother man.
What do you? Okay, first, ma'am, get your thoughts together
Well,
and
let
lay
me
off
ask
the
you something.
fentanyl. Because hold on. No, 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 Gladys. Get your thoughts
You
together.
gonna call me
Because you
Gladys? I'm gonna call you Stevie Wonder.
okay, that don't make any sense, Gladys. Now let's get your thoughts together. Now, what are you
At
talking about?
least
Let's
Gladys
start from
had
the
the
beginning.
pimps. Stevie Wonder was out there,
Bert.
not even blind.
Okay, Bertrice. It's too early to be
Well,
drinking.
we're not going to
Now
do
let's
that.
start
We're not
over.
going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how Stevie Wonder was able to get all those hits and that motherfucker not blind. You don't want to talk about the FBA now.
Ma'am, can your grandkids come and
Don't
get
call
your
me,
bottles
I'm
from
me,
you?
me. That's
It's
my handle. I call you Tariq. You
ma'am. I
and your little
respect my
beaded
elders,
jacket. Let me find out that you're not even a
ma'am.
U.S. citizen. If I don't have
Ma'am,
the time
ma'am,
to do it, because
Bert,
I know you got your, I know, I see you. You big. But,
ma'am,
yeah,
ma'am.
well,
Bertrice, you're way too old to be using fentanyl. Who gave you some of that stepped on ass dope? Whoever your drug dealer is,
listen, let me tell you something. My social
ma'am, ma'am. You got some leftover LSD from the '60s, ma'am. How did you keep that LSD and keep it that potent for so long. You on old dope. You on angel dust. You on dope that they ain't even got no more. You
You
got a
so
quaalude
obedient.
over
Where you
there.
get that curly hair from? With your,
Ma'am, where did you get the
you
old
know
dope
what,
from?
Tariq? I just noticed like crackhead.
Ma'am, you're on speed. What kind of old ass dope are you on, ma'am? You're not even on recent dope.
I
Damn,
just noticed
Gladys.
like crackhead children that got pretty hair.
Oh, okay, God, somebody get y'all grandmothers. Y'all get your grandmother. I had to let her go. Lord, what was she talking about? It's too early in the day to be that high. All right. Somebody get that granny off the pipe. Take granny to rehab or take her to a good church. All right. Lord, granny had a relapse. Oh, yeah. She's the kind of person who be up in church giving testimonies. Back in the day, I was with a whole bunch of men's. And I was on all of the doobies and the narcotics until I found Jesus. So, girl, you need to find Jesus one more time. Okay. Okay. We don't need fentanyl grannies. Let's see who else we got. Let's get User Rubber. Okay. My dude's name is User Rubber. All right.